It's Friday Sews. It's Friday Sews. What you gonna make? If you want to see what I've been making and what's been going on in my sewing room and with a little bit about life, please stay tuned. Hello. Thanks so much for tuning in. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by to watch the video. My name is Shalisa and you are watching Sew She Designs at Thrift, where I do a lot of sewing and a little bit of thrifting as well. If you are returning, thank you so much for your dedication to the channel and watching me each week when I post a video. Today is a Friday Sews video. I haven't done Friday Sews in a while, but before we get started with that, let's thank Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting this platform. This is a platform where YouTubers can go on and just talk about what they're making in their sewing room and a little bit about life. So the last time I was with you guys, I was talking about working with some scraps, and I made this dress using using a butterick pattern. Let me get that pattern. And I was using butterick 6993 to make this dress. It was a great experience, and the dress was fairly easy. I had scrap stuffed over from those men's shirts that I deconstructed to get the fabric, and for that leftover fabric that I had, I sewed individual pieces of scraps together to make a big enough piece so I could cut out my pattern pieces. So let me show you the shorts. So I just want to show you how I sewed the pieces together to make one big panel so that I could cut out the pattern pieces. Now for these shorts, I use Simplicity Pattern 9956. This pattern is rated as easy, and I totally agree. This was so simple to put together, and I did no alterations, and I feel like for the most part it fit me as perfect as it was going to fit for elastic in the waist and the way my belly is. There may be a couple of tweaks I may make if I try and when I try this again, because I'm going to try these were excellent. I'm also thinking about if I could make them in a lightweight denim. I think they would be really cute. But I'm so excited about how they turned out. These are the shorts. You can see they remind you of, like, I feel like an old school bloomer, just the way they look. So I don't know if I'm going to wear these out anywhere, but I love them. I put them on. They're comfortable. So they're definitely going to be a walk around the house with a t-shirt and short kind of thing, or tank top. They were very comfortable. They were not too snug. They actually fit on my thighs, and the thigh area is a little thicker on the high part of my thigh, so sometimes I have to make adjustments for that. But in this case, I did not. I did sew the size extra large. And let's see how many pieces for the shorts. Now this is shorts and pant pattern. I did the shorts, which was view A, and I only used, there are 3 pieces on here that it tells you to use for these shorts, and I did not use them because those were just measuring the you would pick which one of the ones to measure your elastic. And for me, when I get ready to measure my elastic, I just use my waist and measure the elastic. If it was for somebody else, maybe I would use the guide, but no, for this I always use my own waist. So I didn't use those pieces, and without using those pieces, I only use 5 pattern pieces. So you have a front, a back, you have a pocket, and you have the waistband, and you have an inside panel to the shorts. I don't know if you can see it really well, but it's an inside panel. Let me see if I can get you the pattern piece. Okay, So So here's the pattern, and on the pattern it has 3 views, but it's still just a pant and a short. This one gives you just a different option on was it pocket placement? I'm not sure. I think it was pocket placement and like color blocking, but it's still just a pant pattern and shorts. But I wanted to show you that piece where it had the inside, which I thought was a great piece, and that's probably what made it fit so nicely on my thigh area, and it wasn't too snug. Now I'm going to make, this is the piece I'm talking about. So this does go on the inside of the, once you sew your back and front, this is like the inside crotch area. So I feel like, I know I'm going to make these again. And I'm not really a fan of the some of these lightweight pants, that especially that look like this. But because the fit was so good, I think I could pull this pant off, especially in a lightweight denim. And I would definitely love to color block. I love the whole color blocking idea. I think it is awesome. I love the big pockets on this side. So I'm definitely going to try this in the pant version, but I know I'm going to do it again in the shorts, and I will do a longer short. That was my only thing. I do like my shorts to be just a tad bit longer, so I'm thinking I'm going to add 2 inches of length to it. But other than that, I was perfectly fine with how this pattern turned out. Like I said, it's rated as easy to sew, and that it definitely was. Now with some of the scraps, I have also been working on just trying other things that come to my mind. And you can see right here, I took some of the scraps. Let me find one that's not together. So I made my own pattern. Let me find. I made my own pattern. I just freehand drew what I thought like a flower petal should look like. And then I just drew a circle for the middle. So this is one where you cut 2 of this. And I have this, it's like a little stuffing that I have, but you can use any kind of thing to stuffing. You can even use like the scraps that I have that are just, I can't see sewing them together to make one big piece of fabric. I'm going to actually cut them up into little pieces. So you could use little stuffing, scrap stuffing for your stuffing as well. But I put that together and I just sewed around here and cut the edges with my pinking shears. So if you don't know what pinking shears, those are the scissors that have the little teeth. So it looks like a little alligator mouth. If you remember doing greater than or less than, the alligator always eats the largest number, I believe. So these are the pinking shears, the alligator scissors. And then, so when it sews, it looks like this. So I sew around it, and then I sew the little lines, or just what I think that a petal would look like. And then I cut around the edges with the pinking shears. And then I put it together like this. So I just sewed around, and then you can see that I sewed like little dots on the inside. And you can do as many or none, or do whatever you want. I thought that this would be a great 3D element to just a funky jacket. But you can see this is my medium flower. These petals right here will go for my large. And then I also have a small flower that I'm working on as well. So hopefully by the time I come back with another video, I will have those for you to see. Something else I have been working on my time is making pattern weights. So I have these pattern weights. These were kind of like my trial, because I'm going to eventually add these to my to my Etsy store. So currently I don't have anything in the store, but these are something I was just going to make a set of 10 to see how they do. But these I think I'm going to give to friends who I've made since I've been on YouTube. But I made this. This is a flower. And at the bottom, you see it doesn't have anything on there, but the bottom of mine will have felt on the bottom that will keep it from snagging or tearing or just, you know, grasping on anything. So they're not completely 100% finished, but I thought they were so cute. I just wanted to show you how they looked on the top. Here's a butterfly. These are just clear with the method that I use to make that little scrunchy color look. And I just think that that looks really cute. It reminds me of like a ripple in fabric with inside the weight. I thought that was really beautiful. Here's one with the cat. I think it's really cute. And I painted the back black so that these could pop a little bit more. And then this is a bumblebee. So with this one, I was just trying to see if I needed to, like, these are just so way too thick, and I could have got 2 for the 1. So when you're trying to sell something, you want to do what's most cost effective for your business. So this would definitely hold down the pattern. This will really hold it down. But I think I'm going to stick with a happy medium, a little bit more than this, but a little less than this one. So, but I thought the bumblebee was cute. And I made these for a special friend. She doesn't know that she's getting these, but I'm going to put these in the mail as soon as I put the bottom on. But when I made this, I instantly thought of her. And I don't know. I'm thinking about putting her name across around the bottom. But these would also be able to, the plain ones, I would also offer customization. Like, you know, if someone wanted their name on it or a letter. The solid ones, I would actually do that. But I have been working on making pattern weights as well. So I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday last week. I had every intention on doing a video, but, you know, of course, life gets in the way. And my grandchildren, my granddaughters to be exact, they purchased these real life dolls from Amazon, I think. And they wanted more clothes for them. So I went to the easy route and I went thrifting, and I found like size newborn clothes that I got, like each of them like some little onesies to put on their dolls. But I wanted to make them all something, so I wanted to show you just a clip of what I made, because I kind of had to make them in a day. And by me moving, and I don't have all of my patterns in the order in which I could just go and find a pattern. I didn't have a pattern, so I had to make a pattern, a little makeshift pattern, as well as just come up with something. So they're not the best looking clothes, but they are clothes, and they were very appreciative of the clothes that they got. They were like, thank you. So I just made each one of them an outfit, I think. And one of them, 2 other granddaughters have a little girl doll, and the other granddaughter has a boy doll. So I made him 2 pair of shorts and a t-shirt to match his shorts. And that's what I spent doing, along with spending 4th of July with my family. So, on something else we're going to talk about is a little bit about life. If you've been following me, you know I've been kind of up and down, especially with 2024. Emotionally, I had an experience, and I just had a year that I did not choose, that I did not want to have. I would say that. However, life goes on. So I was just going to give you guys a quick life update. If you didn't know, I think I've said in the past, I have moved. I've relocated to Atlanta, where I am closer to my family and my children and my grandchildren. I'm like 30 minutes away from 2 and 4 hours away from the other 4. So we are, is that right? Yeah, from the other 4. So that is good. I am closer to my friends. I am closer to my family. Sometimes in life you need a little break. So I feel like where I was probably maybe my little break from all the pressure. But as you get older, you learn how to handle things differently. I also got married. So I'm very excited about that. And with moving, I have found out I had so much fabric. I did not know that I had this much fabric, guys. So let me know in the comments, because I have so much fabric. Like, I have so much fabric. I do not think I could sew all of this fabric if I sewed every day in my lifetime. So what I was thinking of doing was, when I get to a fabric that I feel like I could part with, maybe I'll show that on the channel and we'll do a giveaway, maybe a pattern along with it, because I have so many patterns and I'm not gonna be able to use all those patterns as well. So if you would be interested in a pattern and fabric giveaway, let's say, what word can we use? Just put giveaway in the comments. So that way I know you will be interested, and then we can start doing that, because that will help me get some of this fabric out of the way that when I bought it, I'm sure I had the greatest intention, and some of it I didn't buy, but I'm just so overwhelmed with fabric. And on top of that, I have a problem. I will go in the store and see more fabric and buy it. So I know I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to stop purchasing fabric. That's a favorite pastime of mine. What? So if you would be interested in a giveaway, I don't mind shipping it, especially to someone who wants to use it. Let me know. Put the word giveaway in the comments that you would be interested in it. And if I get, let's see, at least 10 people who would love to do that, the next video we'll do a giveaway. I'll find fabric and a pattern, because there was not only do I have so many patterns, I have so many duplicates. And that comes from me not having my system correctly set up, where I haven't entered all of my patterns into the system to know that I have so many of a pattern. So with that being said, if you would be interested in a pattern fabric giveaway, type giveaway in the comments below. I've also been trying to eat healthy, guys, but I am not sponsored by this company. I just want to let you know this company has the greatest barbecue sauce. So I've been trying to eat healthy, and one of the things that I have been doing to substitute meat was I have been frying mushrooms. So I have fried these oyster mushrooms. Oh my goodness. If you are looking for a great meat substitute, try frying oyster mushrooms. So what you want to do is you want to get your flour and you want to season it up really, really good. Then you're going to split the flour in half and put half into another container, and you're going to add your liquid. If you want to use egg, you egg, but we're trying to be dairy free around here, so we don't even use the egg. All I used was coconut milk to make it to a soupy batter. I dipped the oysters in there, and then I dipped them in the flour batter, and I shake them up, and then I just drop them in the fire, deep fry, and oh my goodness, it's so good. Be sure to add a little poultry seasoning to give you that little poultry taste. Anywho, that's my new favorite go-to. With that being said, I was trying a barbecue sauce that I have fell in love with, guys. I'm going to show you a clip right here. When I tell you guys, you have got to try this barbecue sauce. As a matter of fact, let me try it again in front of you guys, because I made burritos for breakfast and I didn't finish all of mine. So let's finish it with that barbecue sauce. 1 second. So guys, this is the barbecue sauce. When I tell you I am in love with these barbecues, it is called Micah's. Excuse me. I'll put the website on the screen, as well as I'll put it in my description so you can order it. Now they have two flavors. They have a regular and they have this honey garlic. This honey garlic I am so in love with, guys. When I tell you you need to try, you need to try it. Like sometimes when I go to the grocery store, I have to add stuff to the already made barbecue sauce to make it taste like I want it. This, I don't have to add anything. Now, this is the honey garlic. I haven't tried the regular. I'm going to actually order a regular and a honey garlic because I'm in love with this. But guys, when I tell you, this is so good. So this is my burrito, what I had left from my breakfast. When I tell you, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. We have been putting this sauce on just about everything. We put it on our salmon burgers. See, I'm eating it with the burrito. The chicken, I love to use it as a dip. It is so great. But don't take my word for it. Just try it for yourself. They do have a website. I ordered it from the real website. I think if you live in Alabama, Birmingham area, they're in a couple of local grocery stores. But I'm telling you guys, this is so good. You need to try it. Oh, and before I go, I always tell you what I try to tell you what I'm wearing. This dress cost me $1. I went to a yard sale, a moving sale, to be honest with. Was it a moving sale? Yeah, a moving sale, and I got this dress for $1. So my husband said, "Oh, we're gonna take you to lunch for yeah, we're gonna go to our favorite restaurant for lunch today." So I was trying to look all cute so I can go out and eat. So we'll put a few clips of me wearing this outfit. And as always, guys, I want you to know that you are so special to me. I want you to have a great week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.